Do you guys like my sweatshirt? It says Luke, and you can't really see the bottom, but it's Grumpy Cat, and at the bottom it says, I don't care. And it was the greatest purchase that I've ever made in a while. And I'm gonna be wearing it all the time at home because it's warm and it's fuzzy and it's great. I love it. So I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. I know I am. This week's video for Flirt, I'm going to be talking a little bit about my CPR class. I took it on November 25th, so that was... Let me go look at my calendar because I don't remember what day that was. Wednesday? Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm terrible with dates. You don't even know how bad I am. Yes, it was a Wednesday. So anyway, I made a previous video, like last week's video, about, things I needed to do to get into nursing school, and that was one of the things that I needed to do. So, the whole class, it was pretty chill. In fact, I was very surprised how chill it was. I got there super early, like 15 minutes early, because I didn't want to miss it, and I knew that I was probably going to be one of the youngest people there. Footnote, I was. There was one other girl that was around my age, but everybody else was, like, older, and they already were, like, working in the healthcare field. So it was a good thing I arrived early, because I could talk to the instructor a little bit about what we were going to be doing. Who was super awesome, by the way. Shout out to Mike, he was kick-ass. Oh, I mean, he wasn't, but you know what I'm saying. So the entire class, it started around 8 o'clock, and it ended about 10:30. So that was about the right time period. That was about what the email that I got sent said. So we arrived in, we sat down at these tables, and they had all of these, like, little dummies and stuff. I was like, oh, this is going to be one of those classes. It's going to be super serious. No, it wasn't. For about the first 15 minutes, all we did was watch videos about how to do CPR. And I already knew how to do it because Schlitterbahn trained me to do CPR when I applied. So that was kind of boring. But the fun stuff happened when he made us take mannequins and start practicing the maneuvers. Like, you can't see it, but there you go. It's like chest compressions and, breathing. By the way, he taught us to do the mouth-to-mouth breathing, which was not how they taught me to do it in Schlitterbahn, so it was a little bit weird, but, I mean, they, like, covered the mouth so we wouldn't, like, get our actual mouths on the dummy, which is good, I guess. We partnered up and we did, like, several scenarios of, oh, this person is lying on the floor, you see him, you spot him, you do your EAP, code blue, stuff like that, and you start CPR. So that was interesting. The dummies were one adult head, chest, and then there was a little baby CPR thing. Just because, and they didn't have any child-sized dummies, just because the adult and child scenarios are super similar, and the only thing that really changes is how many compressions you do, and maybe how you do the compressions. For example, if you're strong enough, you can do one compression. Not one compression. You can do compressions with one hand. I'm not strong enough, so I wouldn't be able to, but that was cool. So once we did the scenarios with the adults, he's like, okay, you passed that. You also passed your children CPR test. Yay. We watched some more videos. Honestly, the videos were really boring, and I mean, I guess he wanted us to watch them, but I think everybody in the room pretty much knew what was in the videos already, so they didn't really help me. I mean, they helped me a little bit with the AEDs, because AEDs tend to be different with each hospital / pool, I guess. So that was kind of cool. We did CPR on the babies. We also learned how to do the Heimlich maneuver, which is cool. We didn't do it on each other. Don't worry. He just taught us how to position our hands and how to actually do the movements if somebody is choking. And then after that, we had to do the AED practice. So we had to have a little bag mask and squeeze, get the breath in, do the AED. I unfortunately struggled a bit with the bag mask just because my hands are so small. I couldn't get the correct hand formation to seal the mask onto the person's face. I got it eventually, and he was super cool about it, and he let me do it more than once, which was really awesome. I would have been so upset. He was like, "No, you failed. Get out. Bye." And then after all of that, which basically took 2 hours, so we got there at 8, or I got there like 7:45. It started at 8, and we did all of that stuff, and it ended about 10, which was when we started to review for the test that we had to take to get our license. And I don't know if you know this, you probably do, but I have pretty bad test anxiety. I get super in my head about tests, and I just freak out, and I want to do like 100% perfect on them. So we reviewed about it, and we took it, and it was relatively easy, like super easy that you probably would have gotten 100% if you didn't watch the videos and do the CPR thing. I unfortunately didn't get 100%. I got a 96 because I missed one question. That says 2. I missed one question, and it bugged me. I mean, yes, I got my card. Here it is. Yay, my name on it. But I don't know. I was just upset that I didn't get 100%. And then after we took the test and he graded it, he gave us our card. He made us sign a paper copy of it. And he was like, "Okay, you can go, bye." Which was cool, because we got out like 30 minutes early. But I just kind of wanted to talk about the class itself. It cost $25 in cash or a check to do it. I'm not sure if that's every CPR thing, but the one that I went to costs money. But it is a very important skill for people to know. I know that lots of times people are like, "Oh, you should have your CPR card. You should know this. This is very important." But like when I talked to like some of my closest family and friends, they had no idea how to do CPR. Like they didn't even know that hospitals offered classes, which is a little bit odd because all of the teachers in my school are like, "CPR, you need to know it," and I'm like, "Oh, okay," but I mean most people in the area where I live, they don't know it and they don't have their card. So I just wanted to explain the class a little bit and how easy it was. Like it was ridiculously easy. Like I don't think you even had to have previous training to take it. It's really worth it. The teacher himself was super duper awesome and fun, and just if you want to get your CPR card, I would highly recommend it. He did mention at the end that most of the CPR cases that you would have to deal with, unless you're in like a hospital, would be family or friends, and I'm not sure, but I don't think you can perform CPR unless you have the card. I might be completely wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what he was implying, which is why he was so adamant about us passing these tests. But I've rambled on long enough about this class. Seriously, if you can and are able to, take a CPR class because it is really worth it, and it was actually kind of fun. I mean, the class you take might not be fun. I mean, my instructor ended up being really cool and funny, but I mean, it was the card I got drawn. Drew. Yep. Alright. I will see you guys next week. Please comment down below if you have any CPR scenarios or stuff that happened to you, or if you took a class down below, because I would love to hear it. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to Flurt to see the other awesome vloggers, and I will be back here next Tuesday. Bye, guys.